Deputy Speaker. Now more than ever, it's critical that young voices are heard at all levels of Australian politics, in particular in our federal parliament. So I'm absolutely delighted to speak in support of Youth Voice in Parliament Week motion this evening. This year, young people across the country were asked to write a speech which answered the question, what changes would you make Australia a better place for future generations? I'm delighted to use my time to read out 2 speeches written by young people in Wentworth. The first is written by 11-year-old Juliette, who I had the pleasure to meet last week. Juliette writes, "Plastic infests our world. It seeps into our lives. It pollutes our system. We need to right our wrongs, shift the gears, protect this world now." Countless decisions, endless conferences, lots of talk. People in big buildings, people addressing the nation, the world broadcasted on TV. And what has been achieved? Not enough. Banning plastic straws is not a step in the right direction. It is an inch in the right direction. All those brains, all those meetings, all those salaries, and that is it? The people that believe that they are powerless have the most power at all, because a single person picking up a single piece of plastic changes the world. Why leave it as an option? The only people who do not change the world are the people who are crazy enough to think they can. We hear about turtles dying. We hear about poor sea creatures strangled by plastic bags. 85% of Australian seabirds are affected by plastic pollution, but we aren't bold enough to save them. We could put in more bans, more policies to drive individuals to change habits and support our ecosystem, to keep Australia beautiful. To protect our ecosystem for future generations, we need bold policies now. Banning plastics may not make me popular, but for something as enormous as saving our ecosystem, I could take that. Can you? That is a great challenge to all of us, Juliette. The second speech is written by 16-year-old Ewan. Ewan writes, "As young leaders, it is our responsibility to envision and implement changes that will pave the way for a brighter future. Cathy Freeman, the Olympic champion, and the Matildas, our national women's soccer team, symbolise the spirit of hope, determination and unity that defines our nation. Their achievements inspire us to strive for excellence and work together towards a better future. First and foremost, to make Australia a better place for future generations, we must prioritise environmental sustainability. Climate change is not a distant threat. It is a reality that our generation faces head-on. To address this challenge, we must commit to ambitious carbon neutrality targets, invest heavily in renewable energy sources and support sustainable agricultural practices. Inclusivity and equality are fundamental pillars of a better Australia for future generations. Let us foster an environment where diversity is celebrated, where discrimination is vehemently opposed, and where every young person's potential is nurtured regardless of who they are. In the age of information and technology, digital literacy is a necessity, not a luxury. We must invest in education and infrastructure to bridge the digital divide, ensuring that every young Australian has access to high-quality internet and the skills needed to navigate the digital world. Our healthcare system should evolve to meet the changing needs of our society. Mental health support should be accessible to all, and preventative care should be prioritised. The economic landscape is revolving rapidly, and we must prepare our youth for jobs for the future. Investing in STEM education and vocational training will equip our young people with the skills they need to thrive in the digital age. Let us encourage innovation, entrepreneurship, and the development of industries that are sustainable and globally competitive. Australia's Indigenous peoples are the custodian of the world's oldest living cultures. We must strengthen our commitment to reconciliation, truth-telling and ensuring Indigenous voices are heard and respected in all decisions that affect their communities. Let us be bold in our vision, courageous in our actions, and unwavering in our commitment to leaving a legacy of sustainability, inclusivity and prosperity for the generations that will inherit this great land. These are inspiring and thoughtful and thought-provoking words from Juliette and Ewan. And I reflect on this and say, often people say young people are the leaders of the future. And I think that Juliette and Ewan show us young people are the leaders right now. They can tell us, people in Parliament, what is important and continue to hold us to account as they should. And I'm grateful for it. Thank you.